Welcome to our video on senior job roles for the Creative iMedia revision video series. If you look at the images, these tend to be bosses who oversee and supervise their team. And if you look at the knowledge organiser, we're coming to the back end now of topic area 1. And we've already looked at creative and technical job roles. So that's topic area number 1, and we're specifically focusing on campaign manager, creative director, editor and production manager. So on the overview, you can see now that at 1.2 we've worked our way down to the last section, senior roles, and the pointer is showing the back end of topic area number 1. So let's get started and have a look at this. So senior job roles, a classic exam question when asked about senior job roles. The answer, they oversee and manage their team. So, simple as that. It would be even better if you could give examples of who's in the team, but senior roles oversee, manage, supervise their team. Senior roles manage a specific team or job roles. Some senior roles oversee more than one sector of jobs. As we'll have a look at these job roles, we'll understand that some senior roles manage people from the creative team and from the technical team. An example is the production manager, who controls the production and time management of everyone involved in the project. That would include even other senior roles. So let's get started with the campaign manager. I like to use the term advertising campaign or marketing campaign, and this is a person who would be involved in overseeing everything involved in advertising. So if you look at the icons, you've got the social media. Now social media, you might use a web designer to create the layout and look of the social media post, and you might use a web developer to use code to make the post work. You've got a poster and leaflet. So from the creative sector, you might have a graphic designer who creates the poster and leaflet. All of these roles are going to be overseen by the campaign manager. The creative director. This one sort of explains itself. The creative director is in charge of anything creative. And we've looked at a full section of creative job roles. This is the head role in the creative part of the product or production, and they're responsible for overseeing roles such as the content creator. They're responsible for delivering the client's brief and ensuring that the vision is appropriate. So we did talk about the content creator having a vision and using the client's brief, but the very top job in the creative sector is the creative director. And the director, classic image there is of somebody in charge of a film set, and they have the megaphone and they're shouting instructions. If you think about somebody directing a film or a production, in a production, you might have sound recorders, so the audio technician, you might have the camera operator, that's on set, but they might also be responsible behind the scenes for directing the video editor and the sound editor, because the director is responsible for the final media product, for example, a movie or a film production. And we have the editor. This is more to do with written content, maybe magazines, newspaper articles, and they would review and proof check the ideas, and they would choose the final content. So a journalist who's written a news report will give it to the editor will proof check it, and they might adjust the headline, they might create the headline, they might change the content, and they will make sure it's appropriate and appealing for the target audience. And the production manager. The icon is a time management chart. As already mentioned, somebody's got to keep the project moving. And within projects, you can have several job roles working on the project. Everybody needs a plan, and they need to stick to the plan. Time management plans we're going to come to in a later video, but for the meantime, we're going to talk about a production manager who would schedule people, they would set deadlines, they would have a contingency, which is extra time created before the project starts in case we run into setbacks and we need that extra time at the end. Physical resources will be equipment, hardware, props, things like that. They're responsible for making sure that's in place, and human resources, that's the workers and people who work within the project. I hope you've enjoyed that video. Again, ask your teacher if you want to quiz yourself on the retrieval questions, or if you're an online user, look in the video description and you'll find a link to the practice questions. That's it for topic area number 1. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I'll catch up again with you in topic area number 2. Thank you.